Welcome, everyone. You are watching Into the Dark with Riverside Iowa Paranormal, live on the Spirit Realm Network. I'm Kelly.
I'm Drew.
I'm Candy.
And these are part of our RIP family that are in our Iowa chapter. Tonight, our topic for tonight is continuation of paranormal protections. I would like to give a shout out to all the troops and their families for all the support that they do for us.
I'd also like to give a shout out to our first responders and their families. Thank you guys for everything that you do.
And I'd like to thank our friends and family on Facebook who follow us and tune in every week. This is just as much your show as it is our show. So keep those comments coming tonight. We just ask, bear with us. We are on a 40-second delay, so if it takes us a moment to answer you, that would be why.
Tonight's show is sponsored by Community First Credit Union.
Well, how's everyone doing this evening?
Pretty good.
Doing well.
How was your week been? Doing good? Do good? What have we done this past week? I mean, we were in Indiana last weekend.
Mm-hmm. Team building.
That's right. We were at team building, and it was at a bed and breakfast, and it was wonderful, wonderful there. We had some of our team members. We had the Kansas City chapter was there. We had the Indiana chapter there, and then we had the Iowa chapter there. So we all were, as Candy was saying, we were all having a team building, which it went wonderful. We had some of the teams that did a investigation around there, and they did catch some stuff. And then we went out to a battleground, and that was really, really interesting. And it was great.
What kind of battleground was that?
It was
Tippecanoe.
Yeah, Tippecanoe is what it was called, but it had to do with the Indians were fighting there. There were some, was it Civil War or I think it was the Civil War, so. Yeah. But there was a lot of people who were killed there, whether it was Indians or the troops, as you would say. There was a lot of from what I understand, there was on the trees, there was a whole lot of scalps, Indian scalps and stuff. But it was really interesting. We used the netrophonics out there, and you could hear someone on there. Someone was asking for help, and so it was really, really good. So it was
very emotional.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
It was very emotional. Excuse me. I'd like to give a shout out to Nicolette, Lucinda, Austin, Jennifer. Thank you for watching us and tuning in. It's great having you all here. So I guess we could go right into doing our continuation of the paranormal protections. Yeah. And Drew, I know that on our last show you were talking about some of your protections that you do, but you weren't able to finish it. So now you can go ahead and you can finish the rest of your protections that you do.
Well, I actually last time I kind of forgotten some of my stuff, and this time I happened to remember it. I actually brought the crystals that I was given. I'll not sure if you guys are able to see that or not right there, but I was given 2 crystals by a Wiccan, and she, I don't know, gave them to me to protect me. But she told me to wear these for not just luck, but anytime I feel a need to wear them and stuff, and they would keep me safe. But I also have, I've added a couple pendants on there as well. I have St. Michael and St. Francis on there as well. And these, I feel these kind of help me out a little bit whenever I'm going out to places. I kind of call on these, and it helps give me strength to make it through some of the stuff that we are going out and doing. I also was given a little cross by a veteran, actually. It means a lot to me. I mean, he was a very good friend of mine. And
did he make that?
He did. He he made this, and one day he's just like, I feel like you could use a couple of these, so take these, and this is one of those.
That was very nice of him.
Oh yes. It definitely meant a lot. I also have one of these as well. These are this is kind of a fan that we use to actually move smoke around and that kind of stuff, and like for staging or doing some kind of blessing of a place or even our own places. I'll use this to kind of move some of the air around and help get smoke to areas that I wish to get it to.
Now, did you go ahead?
Did you make that, or
actually? Yes, I did make this. I make these out of all natural materials. The deer antlers, I have some people who have given me some, but I'm also a hunter, so I do get these as well. And I also go out and do some shad hunting, where I can actually go out and find quite a few of these laying around in the woods, and I take them, and of course turkey feathers as well. And then the this black part right here is actually a combination of tree sap and some charcoal that I also make myself. It's a form of glue. I make the charcoal, get the tree sap, mix it together, certain ratios. You can actually create a very hard glue that helps keep the whole thing put together. So this is 100% out of nature.
Awesome. That is awesome. So when you do use the feather, you're saying that you brush the smoke.
We move the smoke around.
And what is it that you put the stuff in to do that?
You can actually use quite a few things. You can use ceramic bowls or anything like that. Here I have a little cauldron kind of thing. A lot of times we'll put some kind of little piece of charcoal in there, or like little, it's like a little briquette almost, and light it, get it going first, put that down in there, then you put whatever you want to burn on top of it. Or you can actually light some sage itself and stick that down there. It'll burn for a little while, and then you can use the feather fan to actually move the air around and the smoke around, basically anywhere you want it to go.
Now, is there a certain way that you have to use the fan? I mean, do you have to have it? Do the feathers use one side or the other? Is there a certain side that you have to use?
Actually, well, kind of, yes. If you use it, if you use the back, I call it the backside. If you go like that, it's not going to work out very well. The smoke doesn't really move nearly as well as if you turn around and have the feathers facing kind of away, the concave portion facing away from you. That'll help guide the smoke, and you can kind of direct it to just about anywhere you want it to go.
Oh, okay. So if you wanted to go this way, you can have it go this way, or if you wanted to go this way, or however way.
Oh yeah.
And stuff. So this is a type of
protection?
Thank you. I was going to say perfection, but I meant protection.
Well, I mean,
but anybody can use these, correct?
Yes, anybody could use these, and actually we are actually selling these.
Oh, okay.
How does somebody go about getting one?
Well, I believe they private message Riverside Iowa Paranormal and let us know that they're interested in getting one of these, and we can actually get those out to you.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Is there any other kind of protection that you use besides that and your, excuse me, your metals?
I do have some tourmaline that I do keep on me and
Okay.
stuff, and that
Mhm.
is supposed to kind of help out with energies and everything else. That's
Awesome.
pretty much it there.
Okay. Candy.
Besides you, everybody knows Kelly's good protector. I have some of my bracelets, a ring with pentacle on it that I use,
Mhm.
crystals,
Awesome.
our normal protection spray.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me. And for
What
me,
about you?
well, I do have my my amethyst on with my St. Michael on it. I do have my bracelets that I use. If I have tourmaline, I'll have that and I'll stick it in my pocket so that way it's in there. The sprays, but also what I use is I do, it's for my, with my Reiki is I will do like a meditation type thing for my Reiki, and I'll Reiki myself so that way, how do I want to say this? I'm protecting my whole body and everything, and it does help doing the Reiki and stuff. But yeah, it was that's how I do that. So it's, I mean, there's different kinds of protections that people can use. Just depends on, you know, how they want to do that. So, but I do want to say that we do have some, we'll get back to the protections here in just a minute, but I just want to say that we have some events coming up. I should have mentioned that earlier. I apologize for that. But what events do we have coming up there, Candy?
On March 7th, we're at the Rock Island YMCA, which is
Okay.
going to be fabulous. I've been there a
that.
couple times. Every time we go back, it seems to have more and more activity.
Mm-hmm.
Just there today, and
Mm-hmm.
it was incredible. And we found out today, Madam Kelly and Michelle are going to have a special prize for everybody at the end of the night. So you don't want to miss it. They marked the tickets down, $30 per ticket.
Awesome.
Can you believe that?
Awesome.
That's
So
incredible.
get your tickets. They're going to post the link on the comment section. So
You can barely go out to eat for that price anymore.
yeah.
No, We also do have one coming up on March 14th. It's at the McIntyre Villa. And that is going to be the premiere for Paranormal Nation. And that is going to be awesome. And excuse me, the next 10 people that buys tickets, they will put you in for a para prize. Boy, say that 3 times fast. And stuff. So, but yeah. And then we also have another one.
The Franklin Inn on March 21st. Franklin Inn, first time anybody's ever getting to have a public investigation there. And
Awesome.
we're going to be doing that. Great location. We're going to have full access to room 7, the notorious room 7. So
Mhm.
we're going to get to investigate that. And I think we're going to be spending the night there, Kelly, and they're going to have cameras. We're going to be live all night. So you're going to get to watch
Mhm.
until morning.
Yes, we are.
If you want to grab a bite to eat before, they have a restaurant on premises. You can also book your room. Just get your tickets and then call and book your room. Let them know you're part of our event, and they'll get you set up.
And where you can get your tickets at is you can go to Thriller Events, and they will post that there, the link that you can go to, and it will have for all 3 of these events on there, so that way you can get your tickets. So, and go ahead, get them tickets bought. You're
You
gonna
won't
have
regret it.
No, you won't. You will have lots of fun and a lot of interesting things to happen. So, anyway, now let's get back to our
Let's give a quick
paranormal.
shout out. We got some new people. Tori,
Oh.
Brenda from Canada.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining, Brenda. Awesome, awesome. Now, I'm going to get back to what I do. The steps that I take is I do my intent. I do an intent prayer. Um, I say it to myself. It's my intent of what I want to do, and then I get in. It's like I imagine there's a door up above me that it's got a silver ribbon, and it's going down through my head, through every parts of my body, all the way down to the ground. And then there's another door that's clear down into the earth. And then what I do is I imagine the gold ribbon coming back up through everything, through my feet, through my legs, through my, excuse me, through my abdomen, through my arms, then back up through my head. And then it goes out that door that's up above, and that really helps doing that, and it does work. I mean, I've actually have mentioned it to quite a few people that if you do this, that will help you, no matter if it's going to protection or whatever. It does help to do that. Excuse me, but yeah, it's. If you want to use it, you can. If you don't,
I know you've mentioned it to Derek. He's used it,
Yes.
and it's helped him quite a bit going
Awesome.
into
Awesome.
locations.
Oh, the way I would suggest it would be is I would actually, if someone actually wants me to help them through, I can do that. All they have to do is, if it's in person, I can sit with them, and then I can go through them. If they're private messages us, I can talk them through that, and that will help. But you have to have the intent. The intent is what's most important for you if you want this protection. And so that's because Reiki it does, people who don't know Reiki, but I can help them, to get through it. How can you do it yourself without someone helping me? All you would have to do is you can be in a room or wherever you're at if you don't want a lot of people around you. All you would have to do is just sit. You can either sit in a chair or you can sit on the floor cross-legged, and just close your eyes and vision the door, the ribbon, and how you just start from your head. You go from your head. It's almost like you're going down for your chakras, because you do have the chakras, but your head going down through your neck, down through your arms, your hands, all the way down. Just imagine it, like I said, the silver ribbon, and then once you get into the ground, to the deep earth, then imagine the gold ribbon coming back up. If you can remember that, then then you'll be good. Excuse me, I gotta take a drink here real quick.
So it's kind of almost like taking light or the warmth from deep down, like the core of the earth, and bringing it up
Right.
into you.
So
Yeah.
does it have to be a ribbon, Kelly, or can it be like
No.
picture in the moon? Because I know I use the moonlight. Picture moonlight.
No, it
coming
doesn't
down.
have to be the ribbon. It's whatever. It's just that's what I use. But it doesn't have to be. You can use whatever. If you want to use stars coming down or whatever, it's whatever you however way that you want to do it. But like I said, I like to use the ribbon. That's just my thing. But it doesn't have to be everybody else's. So, excuse me. Drew, how do you prepare for an investigation?
Well, a lot of times I will do some meditation, actually, believe it or not.
Excuse me.
I'll kind of sit down, I'll get real quiet and try to ground myself and mentally prepare for what I'm about to do and kind of clear my mind and try to
Awesome.
clear my energy.
Candy, what about you?
pretty much the same thing. The meditation, get
Mhm.
ready, think about what we're getting ready to do, and
Yeah, meditation it can be a big thing for a lot of people. I mean, there are some people who can't meditate because they start meditating and then they get off of it, but meditation can help because you can get yourself in that state of mind. Okay, I need to do this. I need to protect myself for this because I don't know what I'm walking into. And that's what a lot of us, there's a lot of us that do that. We protect ourselves because we don't know what we're getting into. It could be good, bad, or indifferent. I mean, it's just, we don't. So you want to make sure, excuse me, you want to make sure that you want to protect yourself. And what else is there that we can do if we don't meditate? I mean, if there's not meditation, what else can we do?
bring our protection objects, our crystals, our.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a sage spray. A lot of times, I actually have a sage spray that I use that I feel kind of calms me a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel it helps protect me from
Mm-hmm.
a lot of stuff that could be coming at me.
I do that at work. I have a spray, and there's times at work, because even though I'm in an area by myself, but I still feel like, okay, I need to spray my area because it feels like I need to, because I need to protect myself. So this spray can work anywhere. I mean, whether you're spraying on yourself or if you spray it on someone else, spray it in your home. You can spray it on your bed before going to sleep to help protect you if you feel like you need protected. And and it's really great. I mean, we've used it on quite a few people from when we've done events and stuff, because they're not sure what happens. And then once we spray them, normally we spray it on their back is where we do it. And and not too long after we do put the spray on them, then they start feeling a lot better. And it's really, really good.
A lot of the same stuff can be used actually in investigations when we go out and do somebody's house and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
If we go into a private investigation, we need some of that spray stuff. A lot of times it really depends on kind of what's going on at that house, though. I mean, there's some stuff that just requires something a little different. Like, if it's some kind of spirit that's running around doing stuff or something kind of dark like that, then we can do our cleansing sprays. We can use sage. We have prayers that we do as well. But there's other times where there's like almost a witchcraft element involved. And then some of that other stuff our sage sprays and that kind of stuff will help, but there has to be another element into that as well in order for us to actually help the people in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So we really kind of go by the situation there.
But when we go into these houses, though, we don't know exactly, like you're saying, we don't know what we're getting into, but for protection for them, we wouldn't know until after we've done the investigation. Then we know, okay, we need this, this, and this to protect the families that are in these homes, especially with children in there. Excuse me, and because we really want to protect the children. So the sprays, even when we have herbs, we can burn herbs. I mean, even ourselves, for our own selves, we can burn certain herbs to help protect. And so it can get, I don't know, it's just trying to figure out what works for some people. Certain things will work for them, certain things won't. So it's,
I'll say during an investigation, sometimes things just don't really quite feel right to us. And so there's sometimes where we have to get out. Yeah. And, we'll go outside, and a lot of times a lot of us will go out and we'll find a tree and use the tree to help ground ourselves or something like that. We'll try to find a way to shake off what was attacking us, and then we'll use the sage spray and that kind of stuff outside as well.
Yeah, trees. Speaking of trees, you can go outside and you can hug a tree, and because the way the tree is, it's grounded to the ground, and so that can help protect you too. It does some kind of a protection. All you have to do is just hug it for 3 or 4 minutes, or if you want to do it longer, you can. But with it being in the ground, because the earth is a grounding unit for you. So that's why a lot of people go out and they do hug a tree.
You don't always necessarily have to hug the tree necessarily. I mean
they can touch it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can
So they
sit
can
down
touch it.
underneath it or something.
Right, as long as you're touching it, you don't necessarily have to hug it. Okay, so you're right. You can put your hand on it, or just however, sit down beside it. But like I said, it's a grounding unit to help protect you and ground you and of what you need. So it's good. Oh, excuse me.
So I have tried doing that a few times myself, and it does work quite well. I'll go sit down underneath a tree. A lot of times, just lean up against it. It does kind of help focus your energy back on you and help you to get rid of stuff that you really don't want there.
Candy, do offerings help with protection?
I just lost my train of thought. I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, you're having a Kellyism there, aren't
you? Yeah. Sure. What was the question? I knew that was going to happen.
Do offerings help with protection?
You can kind of say,
so tobacco or something like
yes,
that?
Yes, there we go. Yep,
yes,
now we're on track. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I know you use tobacco, don't you?
I have actually used tobacco a few times, and it does help with protection a little bit as well.
Awesome. I mean, so how would you go about giving the offering for protection? How do you go about doing that? I'm sure we probably would have someone, one of our viewers may ask us, but how would you take the tobacco and offer it?
Actually, a lot of times we will sit underneath the tree. A few of us. You can do this with just one person as well. You would put tobacco into a pipe of some sort, and then you can light it and actually smoke under the tree and keep it lit and just let the smoke kind of rise up into the tree a little bit, and that can sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here as well. I cannot talk today. You let the smoke rise up into the tree, you can ask for protection or something like that, or even ask for guidance, and a lot of times that is believed
now
to
can you do you have to smoke a pipe, or can you take the tobacco and actually put it on the ground around the tree? Can you do that as an offering also and ask for the protection that way too?
I do believe you can. I am not overly familiar with that part of it, actually.
Oh, okay.
Tobacco's not the only item you can use for offerings, right?
Oh, okay.
I knew
that is true.
to that part.
That's true.
Is it
not
the only thing, or are there other items?
I believe there is other items. I'm not really sure exactly what other items there would be.
When it comes to offerings, I
kind of leave that.
The only time I have done the tobacco offering is actually when we are out at this one location, the Farrar School, and they have this tree out there that's considered a sacred tree that's on an Indian battleground, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true.
And we went out there to do an offering and a blessing like that, and we are kind of hoping to have a good night. That night to help us become connected and to
I'm
Invite stuff in.
wondering if we could take part of the earth, you know, a good place somewhere, you know, as an offering. You know, it's a good offering or whatever. I'm wondering if we could just use the earth, you know, just take some off the ground and then just spread it around and offering that or anything.
Something we can check into.
Yeah. Well, do we use alcohol as an offering? Yes. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We do. How do we go about doing that? Let's see.
Take one sip and then one flat.
There you go. Yep.
Oh, they should pass it around too.
Well,
Yeah, you can. You take a sip, put a little on the ground, give it to the next person.
There we
They take
go.
a sip, put it a little bit, and then next person. I mean, if you're in a circle and you know, I mean, there may be some people who don't like alcohol, so we could probably substitute it for water, you know, or juice or something like that. But
definitely not suggesting going out and getting hammered
No,
as a
no, no, no,
protection
no, no,
thing. It's like,
no,
let's go to the
that's
bar and get
not-
protected.
that would not be a good thing.
Not quite
No,
the
no.
direction to go, but
Uh-uh.
alcohol can definitely be used as an offering as well. Yes.
Yes, that's awesome. I'd like to would like to promote one of our sponsors, which is the Warren Legacy Foundation for our paranormal research. We are part of that Warren Legacy Foundation, and it is awesome. I just saw something the other day, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that it was Lorraine Warren's birthday, and everyone celebrated that, and it was awesome. But we'd like to thank the Warren Legacy Foundation. You are watching Into the Dark with Riverside Iowa Paranormal. We have some sponsors that we'd like to thank. We have the McIntyre Villa in Atchison, Kansas, and we have the Community First Credit Union. We can put their website up there in the comments for you. Excuse me, and you can go on to their
Website.
Yes, thank
Now
you.
we've all had Kelly's. I feel better.
Gosh, this has just been. I don't know why my throat is so dry, but it's just getting there. I don't know, maybe because I'm nervous. But you know, hey, it's just a show. What can you say? Anyway, what other kind of protections can we give or let people know about? I know we've said that there's the sage, there's their medallions that they have, their crosses, their the spray bottle that has the mixture in it. They can burn herbs and whatever, and you know their what do you want to call them, your crystals and stuff. But do you guys have anything else that
Actually, you can also use things that you hold close to you, things that you maybe somebody very special gave to you, or maybe somebody had passed away and you had gotten that from them, and it just means a lot to you. You can also keep that on you because their spirit is kind of with that item a little bit, and that can also act as a form of protection.
Also, too, you can also, if there is something that you want to be a protection for you, you could go and have it blessed for you, and then have that protection, and you can keep it with you at all times because you know that it was blessed by a priest or a minister, whatever religion that you are. You could have it blessed, and that will also help you.
Wasn't there a lady last week watching that was talking about something from her pets? She kept something with her pets with her
Yes, she
for
did.
protection, her dog or something?
Yes. There's things that you can use for protection. You have your spiritual beliefs. You have, you have spiritual items. You could have spiritual
Like your rosary,
the rosary,
candles.
right. And there's candles. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that there's candles that you can use. I mean, there are some people who do that for protection in their home. You know, if
Holy water.
there you go, holy water will. Yeah, yeah. If you have some of that, let's see, what else would there be? There's other things that are out there, but it's just trying to.
Even knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge.
Going in with your protection items, not just walking into some place, you know, unprotected like your situation.
Yeah. A lot of people, they don't realize that when you are going into these events, or if you're in your house or wherever you're at, and that you need to have these. And even though whether you're inside, outside, whatever, you can use these protections for whatever. It doesn't have to be outside, you know, in as the paranormal. It can be outside of the paranormal. It can be anywhere. It doesn't have, you know,
So you can keep like this little sage spray bottle at work or something.
Yeah, like I was saying, you
Start
know.
walking around spraying your coworkers.
I haven't done that yet. No, I'm not going to do that.
You need some Jesus. You need some Jesus.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like I said, I use
the holy
mine.
water out and.
What about one thing I know we all do when we leave a location? We tell anything that's there that it must stay there. It's not welcome to come with us.
You're not allowed
You
to
know,
follow
protection
us. Yeah.
from when we leave.
Right. And when you do that, though, when you do say that, you need to make sure that your back is to them as you're saying it, and you keep walking and you don't turn around. That is another protection that you can do, so that way they don't follow you, and you don't have. Yeah.
An attachment follow you home
There
on
you
an
go.
item.
Definitely.
Or,
Good.
Definitely.
Another good thing I think we may have forgotten to mention is salt.
Oh yes, that's right.
There are many different kinds of salt that we can use, and I know there's Dead Sea salt.
Yes.
Is one I personally have used a few times. I know there's some black salt.
There's also the pink Himalayan. There
I
are
have some awesome lamps.
Oh,
Like some
yeah.
incredible. pink
They
Himalayan lamps.
what are they called? The salt lamps. I think that's what
Himalayan
they call
salt lamps.
Yeah, you can have those on, and that helps in there. But a lot of times, some people, whether it's the black salt, the sea salt, or the Himalayan pink salt, a lot of them will put them in their windowsills, and that for a protection, or they put it in
like in their entryway or something like that. Door.
A lot of times, as they walk, when they walk out, they'll put it like you said, or they put it right on the entryway there, or they put it just beyond before you come in the house. I have seen that done, and that's supposed to help. I'm seeing it where they have put this in children's rooms to help protect them, and they have put some, I think, in like a little bag. It's like you can call it a mojo bag or something like that, and actually you can make your own mojo bags for protection too, and you can put them under your pillow. You can put them, carry them with you in your purse, your bag, whatever, you know, and you can do these mixture yourself. All you do is just you have I think it's like a 4x4, I think, square, and then you can put certain herbs in there. If you want to put a stone in there, you can put a stone in there to make this. And then you just take a ribbon and you just bring it all up, you tie it, and then that's what you have. And anyone can make these.
One of our team members makes them, doesn't he? Didn't he say that he uses a mirror or something on them so that reflects the negative?
Right. Yep. You can have there is mirror necklaces that you can have where it's facing out, where it takes all the negativity. If it tries to come at you, it bounces right back out. So that way, that is another way to protect yourself too. Because one of our team members has done that with some people. They had gotten these for them. Also too, you can put them in certain points in the corners of your house too. And they say like the four corners, you can do that to put that in there.
Under pillows? Was I thinking? Did I hear under your pillow at night when you sleep?
You can do that, yeah, you can. But like if you're like, for instance, like in your bedroom, if you want it protected, you can put either salt or stones, not stones, but crystals. That's supposed to help too.
So how would you? Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I was gonna ask, how would you cleanse yourself after an investigation?
You could use sage to cleanse. You can use the spray bottle. You can meditate to help cleanse you. If you want to use, you can use Epsom salt, and if you want to take a bath, you can use Epsom salt, or you can use the pink Himalayan salt, or you could use lavender, and there's one other one, I think it's like rose petals. A lot, if you mix them together, that all is supposed to help cleanse you, but it also relaxes you too, so that way you get all of this bad energy and whatever out of you. And
Rose
stuff.
petals. We got Valentine's Day coming up pretty quick.
Oh,
Perfect
yes, we
time,
do.
you know. You get those roses for your significant other. Pull the petals off once it's all dried up. You don't even
Yep.
have to throw them away.
No.
Use it again right then and there.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, people, like you said, Valentine's Day is coming up. Get out there, go on the thriller events, get your significant other a ticket, and you go to these three events. That would make a good Valentine's Day present for them, even though it is after Valentine's Day, but still,
Close
you know,
enough.
close enough.
The
Yeah.
why?
Yep, the why.
$60, you'd have 2 tickets.
Presented with the
That's-
tickets.
That's a good deal.
That's an
That's
awesome
it
but
is.
cheap date.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's
That's
not bad.
right.
That is not
But
bad.
yeah, yep, we've got them. We've got, as Candy says, we've got the Y coming up. We've got the the McIntyre Villa coming up, and we also got the Franklin Hotel coming up. And all of them is going to be awesome. And that, like I said, they can put the thriller events link up there, so that way you can go on there and look at that and get the tickets and stuff. But it's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So now that we did that, let's we can do some more protections. I don't know why I said that.
So what kind of herb? Sorry, jump back into the bags. I believe we call them mojo bags.
Yeah.
We're just using little 4x4 cloths. Is that right?
Right, it's cloth. I mean, you can, if you want it, you can be all white, or you can. It doesn't matter, you know. A lot of times in like when you're going to make quilts, you can use that material. You can use those bags, and you can put different kinds of herbs in there.
What kind of herbs would we stick in there?
We've done sage. We've done
Anything like cloves or anything like that?
yeah, you can put cloves in there. You can put like sage, cloves, rose petals if you want to put it in there. And there's other herbs that you can put in there. I mean, there's quite a few. I can't name them all, but
So there's so many that you can put in there. Technically, I mean, it's
right. But
it's
you want to
any
make
kind of
sure you
herb,
get the
really.
right
It's-
ones and
oh,
stuff. You
that's
know,
true.
because there are some that if you mix them, that's not good. You know, you may do more harm than good.
And if
But-
viewers want to make one and have questions, I'm sure they can email us. We'll help get them the answer.
Yep, they can message us, email us, either way, and we can let them know. And then if there is a certain stone that you're drawn to, or a crystal that calls you, and you could put that in the mojo bag too. It doesn't have to be a big one. It can be just a little one to put in there to help. Like I said, you can, carry it with you wherever you go. You can put it under your pillow. You can have it when you're traveling, when you go into events, after the events, if you just want to hold on to it and see, and, do your little meditation It can help you, excuse me, you know, to help you do your protection and your cleansing and everything. So that's, you know, that should help you out. So we have made a few mojo bags. We did one. We were at the, what do you want to call it? At the Farrar School, we had people who made
yes, that's
mojo
right.
bags, and they loved it. They loved it because they got to mix it themselves. They could put the different herbs in there, and they just thought it was awesome. And so we liked it too. I mean, because they ask questions. They go, okay, what will this one do? What will this herb do? How will this herb protect me? How will this one protect me? How will this one cleanse me? How, you know, the different herbs and stuff. Because we had them sitting up there for them to make, and we had quite a few people who did make them themselves, and it's a good thing. It really is. Excuse me.
It definitely is a lot of fun to get out there and kind of put these things together. I know I've made a couple of them myself, and after my first one went through the washing machine a couple times, I figured I should probably get another one of these. So I raided the spice cabinet and pulled out all the stuff again and made myself another one.
Oh, awesome.
Well, it's that intent you had behind it, right?
Yes,
Doesn't
yes,
necessarily
the
matter what you
intent-
put in it.
The intent does help out quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's not the stuff that you put in does
It matters,
make a
but
difference, but your intent definitely has to be there, and you want to make that intent strong, and you want to make sure you put it into that mojo bag.
And
Otherwise,
it's your own personal intent.
Otherwise,
it's basically
it's
just a bag of spices. You could probably go to the restaurant, sprinkle it on stuff.
Oh, I got
Without
a little
the
bit of
intent-
salt, a little pepper here.
Without
you
the
know.
intent, I mean, you might as well be eating it. So
That's true. But yeah,
as long as it didn't go through the wash first.
Well, you don't want to put it. You don't want to put it through the washing machine. No. But that's the most important thing is the intent behind it, because that's your own personal bag that you have, and so that's.
It's like, taking a bag and creating basically a ball of energy. If you don't have a direction for that energy to go and flow towards, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to sit there. You want to be able to give it direction so it'll be able to help you.
Also, too, if you do want to learn how to make these mojo bags, you'll have the opportunity to make your own at the YMCA and at the Franklin Hotel, because we're going to have all of these ingredients, so that way you'll be able to make your own mojo bag, and it's going to be great.
That'll be great.
It will be great.
If you have any questions on how those are made or what you need to do or what to put in there, definitely ask us. We are more than happy to help you guys out, kind of guide you what to put in, that kind of stuff. Definitely join us for these. It's going to be a great time.
Oh, it is. It is. And like Drew said, we'll help you the whole time. And excuse me. And so protection is very important. Whether you're doing paranormal, whether you're not doing paranormal, it's just a good thing to do. And so excuse me. I would like to thank our sponsors again, the McIntyre Villa and Community First Credit Union. And you're watching Into the Dark with Riverside Iowa Paranormal. I don't know. But yeah.
So you mentioned the cleansings after an event. What about you get home?
Yes. When you get home, you should do a cleansing then too. The reason you want to do the cleansing at home, but the protection too, is so that way if there is anything that is on you, no matter what it is, you want to get that all off of you. You want to do like I said earlier, you can do your cleansing with either Epsom salt. You can do it with lavender and rose petals together in a bath, which also too would be a protection for you too. You know, it's you need to do the cleansing and the protection so that way these don't stay with you. And before you go into your house, you can do you can sage yourself, or if you got one of the spray bottles, you can spray yourself before going in to your home, so that way you know it stays there, and then you can go in and do more cleansing.
That actually brings up kind of another point I've always kind of thought of myself. But if you come across items in a haunted house, generally you want to leave it there. You don't want to take stuff home, especially if it kind of feels like it speaks to you or it feels like you're drawn to it. Leave that stuff behind for sure, because there's a possibility something could be attached to that. If you pick that up, you take it home with you.
Yep.
Whatever was attached to it just came home with you.
Yep.
And quick way to get stuff in your house.
Yeah, and you can be constantly interacting with other energies, and so you can do the cleansing or protection every day. Because I mean, you're sitting at work, there could be some kind of energy there that comes off of someone else, and it's like, okay, something's not right. I need to protect myself and then cleanse myself, and that does work.
Before you go anywhere in public, that spray we have.
Oh, that works.
Wonders.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And but yeah, it works whether you're inside, outside, wherever you may be. You know, you can use the cleansing, you can use the protection. It's just something to help you.
Keep your energy positive.
There you go.
And,
yeah. And so, yeah, but that spray, it works good.
If we make that.
Yes,
if
we
you're
do.
interested in it, just
Yes,
give
we
us
do.
a holler on Facebook, message us. We can get you set up.
Yep.
Mama Michelle. Nobody mixes it like Mama Michelle.
Yeah, she does. She does do
Yes,
a
she
good
does.
mixture, and with these sprays, they smell awesome. It does not have a bad odor to it or nothing. It's very calming. It really is. It's a very calming smell to it.
Definitely.
But like Candy said, you can message us on Messenger, and we can tell you how you can get those. And I carry mine. I have one at work. I keep at work, and then I carry one with me all the time, and stuff. So
We actually carry them quite a bit out to our private investigations.
Yes, we do.
Anytime we go out and do, at least I know personally, I always have some with me. Anytime I go out and do any kind of haunted event, I do like to have that with me just in case, because it does really help out quite a bit.
Now, if someone uses your crystal for protection, would it be best for the person to keep it, or can their energy be cleaned from the crystal?
Their energy can be cleaned from the crystal. Obviously, if you do want to give it to that person and you feel the need to, by all means. But if you're wanting to keep a hold of those crystals or possibly use them again, you are able to clean those energies out of them.
Okay.
You can. There's some crystals that you can set out in the like in an open windowsill, or out in the open. You can put them in the moonlight, but you can put them out in the open where the morning sun will actually be able to come across them. There's some you don't want to put in the sun because it'll actually take the coloration out of them and could potentially change what the crystal would be used for.
Now, when the sun comes on them, it regenerates it back its energy, and then it takes all of the bad energy out, and then it puts good energy back in. Now, it's like you said, there are some that you can do with the moon.
Some you can bury.
Yes, some that you can.
I've heard once again with the trees. I heard if you bury it underneath a tree, of course you want to mark where you're doing this.
Mhm.
But if you bury it underneath a tree, a lot of times that will help cleanse the crystal as well.
Right. Yeah, because you can take some of the ground and you can cleanse it. I think you put it in the ground and you can leave it there for, I think it's for one night. And you can leave it for 1 week. Sorry.
Oh, there we go. That makes more sense.
And then after that week, then you can bring it back out because, like I said, the ground is a grounding unit, and so it's going to take all of that bad negative energy out and then put it back and cleanse in the good energy.
You don't necessarily have to go out to your yard and bury it in the yard. You can also take a flower pot.
Yep.
Stick it in the flower pot, and you can bury it in there as well. I want to say a week again, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's
and then
for a week.
Pull it back out. That way you don't run the risk of losing it because
That's true. Because
some of these rocks are kind of small. It's not hard to lose those.
Yeah. It's best if you do. You're right. It's best if you do put them in a pot for them, and because the reason why you want to do all of this is because you want to take the negative, put the positive in. Because if you don't ever cleanse your crystals, then you're going to keep all that negative energy, and then it's going to be, and then it'll come on to you, and you don't want that. You don't want all that negative energy on you. You want to protect yourself from all that negative energy. That's why it's very important that you do cleanse your crystals, whether it's in soil, whether it's in the sunshine, whether you have it for the moon, however way, it's just best to do this. You should do it at least, I believe it's once a month? I think it is that you want to do your crystals.
It might depend a little bit on how much you use them. I mean,
That's
if you're
true,
wearing them
that's true.
every single day, definitely once a month. Or anytime you go out and do an event with one, like if you go out to one of our events, you may want to go ahead and just do it after the event, just to make sure
That's
that
true.
anything that has gotten into that, you are cleansing that off and protecting yourself.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. You do want to cleanse them after you do an event or however. So, but we'd like to thank our sponsors again, Community First Credit Union and the McIntyre Villa. I just lost.
I watched it go. I tried to grab it, but it was. I just couldn't quite make it.
No, I'm just kidding. We've been talking about cleansings. I mean protections and stuff. We have our events coming up. We have the Y on March 7th. We have
McIntyre on the 14th.
McIntyre on the 14th, and we have the Franklin on the
21st. Get your
of March.
tickets.
This is all.
So awesome.
This is.
Tickets are very limited. Some of them we have 20 tickets. That's it. So you need to get your tickets right away.
And we'd like to thank everyone on Facebook for tuning in and watching us. And for those who are new, thank you. We're glad that you were able to come on and watch us and stuff. And excuse me. Now, so as we are closing here, we will see you in the dark.